Somebody asked me to play this song called Deadwood. This is a song that Nancy and I do on the Red Shack record. Cue. Bless her heart, Nancy made me a lot of money off this song. This was one of the most played songs around for quite a while, done by Nancy Griffith, and I bless her heart for doing it. I was at a time in my life where I was kind of like Sterling Hayden. I'd quit the music business. I didn't open up any mail from the music business when it came to the house. I just kind of threw it over into this basket. Nancy called me one afternoon. She said, "You appear to be that you're not opening your checks." And I said, "What checks?" She says, "Well, all those things are coming from the business are checks." And ended up being quite a bit of money. And, I went out the next day. I was gonna invest it, do the right thing, but I went out the next day and bought a brand new BMW motorcycle. And I went back up to Pine Ridge, which is where this song kind of comes about. This song that I don't know how many writers are in the room tonight, but this is a song that I had to kind of summon the courage to write. A song that I couldn't write back when I was walking the line. When I was a kid, 14, 15 years old, and was on the march to Selma, Alabama, and was walking the line in Atlanta, Georgia, and get bit in the leg by them dogs. I couldn't have written this song then. But after living up on Pine Ridge, having friends that are Lakota and Dakota, I was able to write this song about Deadwood, South Dakota. It was not South Dakota, just the Southern Territory. At that time, there was no North and South Dakota. They were just called the Dakota Territories, and there was the South and the North. So it's just why it's called Deadwood. And this is a song that takes place on an afternoon when the boys in the bar there in Deadwood find out that Crazy Horse has been killed months ago, because news traveled slowly back in those days. There weren't no 24-hour news programs back in those days. People bought news by horseback, or they walked it in. And this is a song about an afternoon in a Deadwood saloon when they get the news that the man that had been crippling them for years had finally been murdered at Fort Robinson. So I'll play this song for you. Thank you so much for asking for it. Thanks to Nancy for the motorcycle. Well, the good times scratched a laugh from the lungs of the young men in a Deadwood saloon, South Dakota afternoon. And the old ones by the door, with their heads to the chest, they told lies about whiskey on a woman's breast. Yes, and some tell the story of young Mickey Free. He lost an eye to a buck deer in the Tongue River Valley. Yes, and some tell the story of California Joe. He sent word that the Black Hills, there was a mountain of gold. And the gold she lay cold in her pocket, and the sun she sets down on the tree. They thank the Lord, for this land that they live in, where a white man does as he pleases. Well, some flat-shoot fool from the east comes running with some news that he'd read in some St. Joseph paper. And it was drinks all around, because the news he was telling was the one they called crazy, had been caught and been dealt with. And the gold she lay cold in the pockets, the sun she sets down on the tree. And they thank the Lord, for this land that they live in, where white man does like he please. Well, then the talk turned back to whiskey and women, cold nights on the plains, fighting them Indians. And the Easterner says he'll have one more before he goes. He gives the paper to the crow boy that sweeps up the floor. Gold she lay cold in the pocket, and the sun she sets down on the tree. And they thank the Lord, for this land that they live in, where a white man dies like he pleases. Gold she lay cold in the pockets, and the sun she sets down on the tree. They thank the Lord, for this land that they live in, where a white man does, like he pleases, like he wants to, like he pleases.